Today I am going to share story of a child labor, story of a carpenter, story of an office boy, how he turned his life, how he is transforming others' life, how he made himself to reach a German MNC despite of 100 challenges. I am from a village of Samastipur district in Bihar. I born from a family who has no source of income. My father is graduate, but I had to leave my education after 5th standard. So it was painful for a father to see his child dropping education at early age. He was suffering from mental health. We didn't had any support for treatment. My mother had to work in farms at 20 rupees daily wage to arrange for my father's treatment. So it took about 15 years and he was not well. We lost everything. We have tried everything, nothing worked. I and my younger brother, I was at 10 years age, my brother was 2 years younger than me. So we both had to leave my home in search of work. We both joined a carpentry shop as a helper at 10-15 rupees daily base. And we started working to support my family, my mother, and treatment of my father. Before leaving home, I was good at studies. I have always secured good rank in the school. So leaving education was extremely painful for me. But we had no chance. We had to support. We had to become each other's support. So it was destiny. I left education. I traveled to Delhi with some relative and I started working at factories, at construction sites, started living at construction sites, at labor camps. I have seen all kind of tortures. I have seen all kind of misbehave, exploitation. In the early age, everybody tries to take advantage of my problem. So I witnessed many children like me, more than 1,000 children like me is suffering from same thing. They do not have any kind of financial stability in the family and they have to go and work. Nobody else can help them either by giving money or by giving education, because the financial support is also very transient, and if you try to get them into school, they have their stomach. They have to have food in the family, they have to have meal in the family, and that we can't ensure for long term. So the family has only option to send their children at work and bring 100-200 rupees in a day or week. So I was also on the same path. After I started earning 20 rupees daily base, my family situation improved. My father's health improved. We are 4 brothers. I was elder. So I had to ensure that I have left education, my brother should not. So I paid for his fees, I paid for his clothes and everything, just in a fear of saving their education. So years passed, I was facing exploitation at workplace, factories. So I thought of getting out of it. There was no way. So what I did, my father used to say, because he was educated, he was math teacher. Unfortunately, he couldn't secure any job. and he was having mental disease and had 2 years of treatment at Kake, Ranchi Asylum. So he told me that education is only strength to the financially weaker section. So I gave thought after 5 years and I started thinking for rejoining my education. I started searching for the courses. I was only 5th standard pass. I started searching for computer basic course or other courses in Delhi and NCR. So I was not understanding what computer is, what basics are. So institutes have not allowed me when they told me you first complete your basic education. So there was no guidance. That's why it took long to understand. So after 5 years, I appeared in 10th examination. In 2010, I completed 10th exam at age of 20, and since then I started pursuing for higher studies. And when I decided for pursue my education, I have many challenges in the family because I was sole earning source of the family. And to educate myself, I had to leave work and focus on studies. Both doing same time was not option. So I built my skills first. I became a full skilled carpenter, and I was doing work in the evening, and in the daytime I was studying. I was managing my education. In year 2013, I appeared in engineering entrance exam of IP University. I had support from many individuals. I had in the mind, if I can't manage to pay fees, I will beg on the road and I will arrange money. But I had secured 9th rank in engineering entrance exam. So from there, path was clear that I am going to get admission in any college I want. But I didn't have 35,000 rupees. It was government engineering college. Still, I had to pay 35,000 rupees for counseling. So during the time, I started going to an ashram called Divya Jyoti Jagriti Sansthan, founded by Sri Ashutosh Maharaj Ji. So when I was in Delhi, there was only place I used to have a meal. So from people from there and the organization itself, they have arranged rent for the time when I was preparing for the entrance. They have paid for all the, they have paid for groceries, for exam fees, for books. And it was support of others, and it was collective responsibility that I took. I secured the rank. So since then, I got support from many individuals there, and they have arranged 35,000 rupees by contributing 5,000, 2,000, 10,000 and paid my fees. So I got into engineering in 2013, College National Power Training Institute. It's under IP University in Delhi, in power engineering. When I went to college, I came to know that by the time I will complete engineering, my age will exceed 26. So no companies will allow me to sit in the campus placement. No one will give me job. So it was completely, I was in extreme fear. I was in stress. It was years of struggle who took me to this college without getting much help from government or any other organization. I make it possible to join the college, but what next? I was not able to get any job after this college. So these times in the college, I was in stress, and there is another incident happened. My mother got diarrhea. She used to stay in my village. It was a small, normal disease. Doctor has given medicine that was reacted. I traveled to village from Delhi. We took her to Patna Medical College Hospital. He struggled for life for 22 days there. There was another negligence. Same medicine was given to her, and she got second time reaction, and it became severe. So after few days, I doctors told us to take her into ICU. We had no way, we had no money, we had tried support, we had tried reaching private hospitals. There was no seat availability in government hospital, and we could not afford private hospital, so she struggled for life in emergency ward. In the morning, 2 a.m. of 22nd November, I myself prayed to God, please take my mother from here to your holy abode. So she passed away, and she was only pillar of my family. She was, I didn't meet her 3 years when I was struggling in the factories, just to create a day better when I, with mother and all family, will sit together and we will share, we will have good time, but it never happened. Now I got into a stress. I was always getting headache. I tried all treatment, but nothing came in tests, CT scan and all other. I have tried many hospital. So I was in extreme grief. One of my professor told me to help somebody when you are in problem, then only you can forget your problem. And I started doing that after 1 year of my mother's death. So then I started visiting slum, getting engaged with children who are in need. So I forgot my pain when I started sharing others' pain. And this was journey of forming an NGO to help others, to help other Rambabu to become an engineer, to work in an MNC, to become socially responsible citizen. Then 3 years passed, my college completed, and no company allowed me to sit in placement. I didn't get any job. I completed graduation in 2016 at 26 years age. I was having no job. I tried everything, nothing worked. Then I had to survive. My mother passed away, my father and younger brothers, all I took them with me in Delhi. We had no other means. So I started doing data entry job at 12,000 salary that I was doing 6 years back. So after having a big degree of engineering, I was at the same place where I began 5 years back. So it was biggest failure, biggest setback of my life. I started searching for job. I started searching for people's reference. I started asking for job. Nothing worked. One day through social media, I met a kind person who arranged my interview at Siemens in Gurgaon. So it was last and first chance for me. I have prepared everything that I could not learn in 4 years of education. I went for interview, and they asked from my subjects. It was wonderful. Then they asked about my life, and I have told that I have done so many things with my own initiative, with my hands. They never asked my age, never asked my percentage, they never asked anything else. They asked my skill, and I was selected. I was told that make your passport and you'll go to Germany for training. It was never, I never dreamed that, but it happened. And in 2017, I traveled to Germany for training with few of my colleagues. I learned technology at Siemens. I was trained for steam turbine commissioning, and then I have worked in many power plants. I traveled countries around in the Europe, and I have been to pyramids. I have never been to any park in Delhi. I have never been to any other place. I didn't had any chance to look anything else apart from my factory and workplace or book. But life has given me what I have never thought of. So I work for power plants. I contribute for seamless power generation throughout the country. I travel a lot. I have more than 50 travel in a year. Then I never forget my root. I started paying back to society. I have found an organization called Youth Empowerment Foundation, because when I was youth, I didn't have any guidance, any support. I was suffering. I was finding support in people, but there was not a single place who listened. So I started a helpline also for a student, for people in distress, in need. They can call on the helpline, and I want to be their company. I want to be their partner in the struggle. And during the COVID, also we have done a lot of work. Thousands of college students, inspired by my journey, they started supporting this initiative. They become independent, they work independently. Even there are many, I don't talk to them in a years, but they are inspired by me, and they are leading this initiative. So Times of India also published my one small interview, and it went to my company, and they have organized this. They have awarded me in this event as unsung hero. So I was fearing with life. I was not knowing what future is going to be. I have not done anything different. I was not talented enough. I had no resource. I had no guidance. I just responded to my present situation that has shaped my future. Now I am becoming support for others. I am trying to utilize my life to make someone else's life easier. And people like you has supported me. I am not product of only my hard work. I have received many supports, and that has built me. So we all together can support millions of Ram and make them come and take social responsibilities. Whenever it is struggle of more than 20 years. I have never spoke anything. I was quite silent. I had never responded to any problem, any taunt, any joke on me, any exploitation on me. And today it is my first speech. I am here at TEDx. Thank you. Let's create more Ram together.